everybody. So in the spirit of community gardening and gardening with kids, another thing that is super interesting and easy to do that you can also equally do in a container is herb gardening. So here's my rosemary plant that we actually brought from our community garden when we left 2 years ago. This is part of the evergreen family, so it will flourish for, as long as it's okay, at least in the climate that we're in. Now, for a lot of other climates, that's not accurate, but for our climate, this breed, which I can't even remember at this point, I think it's the blue, because if you can see it, the beautiful little flowers that are in here. Beautiful. Hopefully you can see those. They're just so pretty and it smells amazing. So rosemary is just one super simple herb that you can be planting with your kids. I recommend with herbs, if you want to plant from seed, know what can live together and what can't. But if you really just want to buy herbs pre-grown, there's this amazing lady that lives locally here who does all these medicinal herbs, and which is where I got a lot of my herbs from in this garden here, which I'll show you in a few minutes, in a few seconds. That it's better for me to go to somebody who sells medicinal herbs, know that I'm getting the breed that's safe for human consumption. So the reason why I'm talking to you about this today is especially with kids. Like, my kids will come outside and they will eat this like right out of the garden. It's cilantro. Like, I know there's people that either love it or they hate it. My kids love it. I have no idea why. I don't know where they got this love of cilantro from, but they definitely love cilantro. And they actually like most of the herbs that are in our herb garden. And here's why. When they were really little, we let them explore a community garden with a lot of other gardeners, and those other gardeners took the time to let the kids try things. And everything that we planted up there was really safe. So sorry for all the wind, everybody. But what we did was we took all the herbs that they were exposed to there and learned how to use them in culinary options at home. Now, our daughter hates rosemary. I love it. I love the smell of it. In some different types of religions, it's believed that it has protective properties over the home, which is the other reason why it's planted next to my front door to ward off negativity. I really don't need any more negativity in my life. I don't think any of us do. So what we've done is we've explored different kinds of herbs, and my goal for this space that's next to me, so as you can see, all the space next to me and our cute little goofy decorative fences, the space is, as it grows, will become a permaculture. So I didn't seed anything here this year. Everything has come back to life because it rooted so well last year. So we took the opportunity to look at what thrived really well in our front yard, where we get sun really in the evening. We don't get a whole lot of morning sun because our front of our house is facing west. So what we did is we found a bunch of plants that would thrive here. So we have a ton. Let me take you around our garden. So we have rosemary, cilantro, garden sage. This is just the culinary version. I wish you could smell it. This is lavender. So I love tea, and this is the reason why this bed is what it is. I make a lot of homemade tea and use culinary herbs. So this is thyme. I forget what kind of thyme it is. Oh, this is English thyme. Good. So had that. Lemon balm. Chives. See, we don't eat many chives, but my son just will rip them out and eat them hands down. Oh, there's some of the maple seeds that have turned into trees. So we got to pick those out of our garden. This is Russian clarity sage, and I use this for just some smudging and things around our house. This is feverfew, which is, as you can see, a giant bush right now. This is for headaches and has other medicinal properties. Please read up on it. Don't take my word for it. Please do all your research. This is oregano. I believe this is Italian or Greek. I can't remember. I wrote it down, but I don't see it right now. And this is, I believe, yellow yarrow, which will have a beautiful flower on it. Now, the reason for having all these herbs together in our front yard is because, like I said, I make tea. This year, I'm going to be putting chamomile and a bunch of other plants in here. And as they flower or reach the maturity level that I need them for their medicinal properties, I will be able to come out, pick them, and dry them. And the really cool part is I have an awning above me that I can just tie the herbs to and let them dry and hang down that way. And on the other side, we have a bunch of mint plants. These are different types of mint. So this is peppermint. And this is anise hyssop, and this over here is another type of mint. I don't think it's spearmint, I can't remember. But these all make beautiful teas. Anise hyssop, really, again, check out the medicinal properties of it. But what it does is it gives me the opportunity to have multiple ways of taking care of myself, taking care of my family, and not having to rely on big pharma and other people to take care of my family. And the reason why I put it over there in the bed that it's in, I'll show you again one more time, is that mint is part of the evergreen family, and evergreens go forever, and mint will just keep putting out runners and putting out runners and putting out runners, and it will actually probably fill that entire bed by the end of the summer. So I'll have a ton of mint available for my family for tea all fall and winter. So that's just one more thing that you can think of when you're looking to garden with your kids. And plus, like, when my kids have some stanky breath because they didn't brush their teeth the greatest because they're kids, I'll kick them out, go get some mint, at least have some better fresh breath. And you can throw it in salads and all sorts of things. So it's just one more to think about when you're gardening with your kids. Find things that are edible, find things that are safe, and it might actually give you an expanded palate for your whole family and give you that joy of being able to cook something that they've grown. And more often than not, it surprises me that they actually will eat things if they're going out to the garden, getting them and bringing them in. So stay strong, everybody. I'm hoping this ends soon. We've all got this. Good luck. Stay strong.